Hey everybody, I'm John Kenney, and I'm happy to be here today with Ben Kennedy. We're about to do some snacking and yakking.
John Kenney, Johnny's Garage, Royal American, and he he has got the food of all foods. We've done pizza one other time, but not two of them, and oh my gosh, I'm loving it. I can actually kind of smell it through the side of the box. But thank you so much for coming by.
Of course,
I
good to be here.
interviewed your partner in the business, Ben Ellsworth, a few episodes back, and right at the end, he said, remind me to next time. He goes, no, I forgot to even talk about my restaurant. And I said, oh man. I said, well, next time. And he goes, nah, I just have my partner come on. And that was the birth of this.
Very cool.
I'm so happy to have the other side because he did mention you a lot in that episode. Are you a part of the Gig Pro part?
I'm not part of Gig Pro.
Okay.
No.
So go ahead and tell you.
I've known Ben I met Ben, I guess, years ago, just, through F&B.
Yeah.
And when we were, I think this is probably 2015 or 16, when we were really trying to, revamp our menu at the Royal American and kind of become more of an eatery. We had been a pretty successful just neighborhood bar and concert venue, but we really wanted to up our food game. We brought Ben in and hired Ben as our chef.
Right.
In 2016, and he's responsible for quite a few of, for overall on the menu at that point, but he's responsible for quite a few things that are still on the menu that have become kind of, legendary. Charleston, like our magic wings, for example. All right, rub with the Szechuan peppercorns and all that. That's Ben. Lots of stuff's Ben. I guess he got the idea when he was had a dishwasher call in sick, and he's working at the Royal American. He's the chef, and he's stuck working, a 14-hour day or something. He's like, I wish I could just, dial in somebody like,
Right.
like Uber for restaurants or something.
Yep.
So anyway, and I guess he came up with the idea for Gig Pro. That's the Royal American, and then off he went. And
Now, did you get a chance to see his episode?
I saw most of it.
Yeah, he got very candid and very personal in the best way. Said you had kicked him out of the Royal American, said don't come to this place because he was practically drinking himself to death at that time.
He mentioned that. Wow, yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't know he mentioned
he
that.
mentioned that.
Yeah.
And then he also mentioned getting sober and you saying, hey, I hear you're doing good things. I hear you're sober. I need you to come in and help revamp this menu. And he goes, I don't know if I can come in to a bar again. And you said, hey, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, you're following your meetings, everything, let's give it a shot. And he's been sober ever since that whole, you guys kicked him out of
nine
all
years.
places. Yeah, 9 years.
9 years he's been sober.
Fantastic. Now, your story. So I know the Royal American's been around. Now, was that with the old, like, little painted front, like was when it looked really like just kind of like a roadside stand almost? That was before you got the nice lettering, the fancy kind of pickup. You have owned it the entire time.
The entire time.
And that was your creation, your name, your everything?
It was me and my partner, Carolee Fallert,
Okay.
who's also a partner in Johnny's Garage with Ben and me.
Oh, nice.
So we opened it together in 2011. So we're coming on at the end of this year in December. We're going to turn 15.
15.
Yeah, it's pretty
So cool, man.
pretty wild.
I mean, considering, I don't have to tell you, how fast things flip.
Right.
To be 15 years as a restaurant in Charleston, because that turnaround is like this, then you're doing something right. Hands down.
Trying to.
Also being kind of you're there on East Bay. Well, you're there where it finally turns into
In the Morrison Drive.
Morrison Drive.
Correct.
Right. So you're there at the other end, Morrison Drive, before it gets into King Street Extension. And you're kind of looking out. You kind of been in a no man's land of sorts. Now you got some other things cropped up around you, but for the most part, your only competition was Santi's up around the corner.
At the beginning, there were Santi's at one end. Martha Lou's was still there.
Yes, Martha
Lou's was a great place to eat. And then Taco Boy was kind of at the other end. Had just opened in 2010.
Before they found themselves, or no, they're still there.
They're still there.
Got you.
But it was when the neighborhood started developing, and we got, I think Home Team was one of the first to come in after us, and then shortly after that we had Lewis Barbecue, Toast. Those, and it's really been great because now, and then of course the Foundry and the apartment complexes, and I dreamed of a day where there would be foot traffic in front of the Royal American. I mean, it was those winters of 2012, 13. I mean, it was rough. We were having like miserable sales days, and
we weren't even close enough to the port back when we had cruise ships to take advantage of that. You were too far off that.
too far off.
Yeah.
And now, now you've got people, riding their bikes and walking, and it's just, and there's places to bounce around to. You can go have, you can have dinner at Home Team or Emmons Oast, then come to Royal for a show, or you can have happy hour at Royal and then go, visit Revelry for a beer. It's pretty cool that we have all these places that up in that area.
Ben said he used to zigzag up. He said, how much money do I got in my pocket? And he would try and give free drinks the whole way up the street after work.
Yeah, I think, speaking of Ben again, it was funny. We put on when he did get rehired after that he shared that story with you. He, his bio that we wrote for the race, I went from being banned to be offered the executive chef position, which is pretty hilarious.
What an evolution.
And banned from the building for 3 months. And I'll tell you, we banned him for 3 months, and he showed back up on day 90. Wasn't like he had any shame, and he was right back in there on,
That is cool.
The next day.
Yeah, I really did enjoy him, and he was wearing the hat. He was repping your logo,
yeah.
which was pretty similar to this.
Yeah.
Thank you for the stickers. Let me tell you, I love your logo. I couldn't find a good enough one to put your logo here on the screen, so I had made it. But it's fun. What a fun logo.
That's our buddy. That's our buddy Dave Hedman, who's got a company called Those Guys Are Great.
Yeah,
and he's done all our branding for the 3 places: the Royal American, Bounty Bar, and Johnny's.
As well as this, does he print these?
Actually, another girl did that.
Okay,
but yeah, that's our new menu.
Well, right now, while we're talking about kind of intro into the Johnny's, I'd like you to talk about kind of. I'm geeking out. I will go ahead and tell everybody why I geek out. So, in 2019, out came a movie called Halloween. Might have been 2018. 2018.
You know the Halloween connection.
I know the Halloween connection. I used our ambulances at one of the services I worked for used to get service at Hanahan Auto.
Okay.
So I had to go down Yeaman's Hall, and then it's down there on the left.
Right.
So when I was watching the movie, I'm in the theater with her over at Citadel, over with my wife, and I'm like, huh. And she's like, what? I'm like, that's the gas station on Yeaman's Hall. I said, that's the old BP. And she was like, seriously? And I'm like, yeah. And so it was the green and everything. And the scene, spoiler alert, Michael Myers, just not in costume yet. He kills 2 podcasters in the bathroom. He kills the guy who works there at the service center. And then he goes into the trunk of the podcaster's car and it retrieves his mask. And he puts it on right outside in the parking lot. And you can see the little strip thing that's next to you. And that is what became Johnny's Garage. I stood in that parking lot yesterday. I shot B-roll, which I'm showing on the screen probably right about now. And I was like loving it. Do you get anybody who ever mentions it when they come by?
We do. We quite a few people, and I met the owners when we first opened Johnny's. The owners of the gas station that were there for 30 years, and they shared with me, some behind the scenes photos of them actually shooting it in there, which was really, really cool. I've got to get one of them framed and have it put up. But there's a great scene. And we left a lot of the industrial character in that BP, a lot of stuff on the walls. And I found the old bulletin board that they had all the, the numbers that they'd call for, muffler parts or whatever. I found their bulletin board and their phone number list, and I framed that and put that up in there. So
that's cool. I'm not sure if I got that in the thing, but I did. The footage that's on screen, I caught a lot of your fun stuff. Couldn't catch it all. Didn't want everybody to be like, why is this guy recording me? But I got what I could without really bothering people.
That's good.
Kind of towards lunch. Everybody had just started clearing out, but it was so your old gas pumps. Oh,
those are great.
Those are great. Now the seats that sit on the outside of the bar in the venue area where the concerts would be, they're bench seats from an
old. I don't remember what kind of
it's like
car or van, but
it's like old cargo van, like old Ford Econoline like seats. And that's what everybody sits in the whole way down. It cracked me up because I looked over and I saw the release to take the seats out.
And there's seatbelts too.
Yeah, there's seats.
So, someone's on their 3rd or 4th beer. So, we can buckle up. Strap them in. Let's go. It's going to be
They're leaving. And then inside you have, just so much hubcaps and old decorations. And then you've got that little lounge, the little like VIP looking velvet with all the pictures. Now, do you sit there like a king? Like come see Johnny.
I love the lounge. We call it Candy's Lounge, which is the name of the shop dog.
Oh,
The
okay.
BP, the couple that had the BP had
Got
dog
you.
named Candy's. We call it Candy's Lounge, and but I found 30 so far. I'm on 32. We'll see how many we can find, but we've got 32 different famous Johnnies.
Yep, I noticed that.
And so my eBay account's going wild, of course. Finding all these and buying them, and then I go to this the vintage stores and scour them for old frames and pop whatever things in there out, and so we've got all these old Johnnies in there, which is really kind of cool. I think
the murals outside on both sides. Who did that?
That's again my buddy Dave.
Nice.
Yeah, he did those. And then Limelight's sign company applied them and put them on.
So because murals are very Charleston. I've never seen anything like it. You're very hard to find where I'm from in Baltimore. You'll find them here and there, but most businesses, I mean, everything from DV's cheesesteaks to
Oh yeah, they had a cool one.
Yeah, there's the Monopoly one on the side of Cafe Rocca or one of those. It's like, or Ooh La La, one of them's got, and it's like murals, and it's neat. I like the arts of the art kind of this city, and the fact that not everything, for the longest time, everything was paintings of Rainbow Row and cobblestone streets.
Right.
But now it's like colorful, and that guy who does those wacky, looks like Pac-Man little man, like on the side of when you're coming up 26 and you're leaving, he's got those colorful guys. Patch Whiskey? Yeah. These colorful guys. And there's so much, and you wouldn't think like graffiti of sorts would be welcome in a place that's kind of so buttoned down as Charleston tends to be, but they embrace it, man.
I mean, not only that, the city of Hanahan, we won a mural grant for that. So they chipped in a sizable chunk of change for that. It helped us out with that, which was huge. It was kind of a welcome to the neighborhood thing, and we were so happy when we got that.
Okay, so I said North Charleston in the beginning. We're talking about Johnny's is in Hanahan.
I got Hanahan. Yep.
So I mean, I guess it all counts towards the beautification if you're digging it.
Yeah.
Yours, that retro style.
That's sort of what.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Yep.
Everything about it is wonderful and retro, and your staff is very cool. They were very nice to me. Shout out to all of you.
Yep.
Very nice. And even a testament is you had one of your employees who had the day off, but was actually having lunch with their mom, and might have been their son, might have been, or their daughter. I can't remember. I was kind of running camera, and I was talking more to the mom.
Yep.
But she said, my daughter had the day off, and we decided, I'm like, man, when the employees hang to eat on their days off, because most people, they're like, day off, it's the last place I want.
I'm out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're hanging.
That's awesome.
Cool. Tell me about your menu. You're holding it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? I mean, crispy Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts have come in a big way to Charleston. I don't know if it's everywhere, but everybody seems to have theirs. Now, the sweet garlic chili vinaigrette sounds so awesome. That is one I think I've not seen done yet.
Man, that's delicious.
Yeah, and then pizza mento cheese, because pimento cheese, big around here.
Yep.
And so you do a pizza mento.
Yeah, just add some pepperoni to it and whip it up, and
that's so
make
cool.
that one is the house hot honey drizzled on top. It's sometimes you get like a whipped feta with honey on it. This is sort of our version of that, with a house hot honey, which has got it's sweet obviously, but it's got a little bit of spice to it.
And General Tso's wings, I saw that yesterday. I was peeking, and I love General Tso's chicken, and it's the fact that you get a little bit of that in the wings. I don't think many places touch the Asian. It might do one like Asian zing or something, but but that General Tso's. But like I said, your pizzas, you've got burgers, you got sandwiches. Now pizza's on the sign: pizza, beer, and spirits. So your pizza, which you brought right here, we're going to get into that now. That's your famous thing. Where did that recipe or where did that idea come from? Do you serve pizza at Royal American?
We don't. And we don't at the Bounty Bar either. The pizza we really wanted to do Northeast style. You being from Baltimore, I was in DC. I lived in New York City for quite a while. My wife's from Philadelphia, Jersey. So we really wanted to do that, that thin crust,
Yeah.
like
Foldable.
like one bite, everybody knows the rules style pizza,
Yep.
and so we did Ben, our partner, and also Carolee, and he's our partner as well. We did a trip to New York, just a fun little pizza trip. And we ate like at 20 pizza places in 2 days, and actually stop in Philly on the way there. And just, some of these legendary places have been around for 100 years that just do it right. So that's what we're trying to pull off. And we're, pizza is a whole, it's a whole process. I mean,
Right.
a lot of people can do pizza, right? But to do it properly is a whole deal.
And so many people are proud of their style of
Right.
pizza, and that's across. I mean, Chicago and New York will fight to the death somewhere in about Ohio
And they're both
over who has the best pizza.
and they're both great. They're just different styles.
different styles, right?
Different styles,
But so pinning these pizzas down, blocking us from what I am dying to try. You brought these.
Yeah.
These are your dirty
These are
sodas.
dirty sodas, yeah.
Now
Settle a little bit.
that's fine. And so this one you have, I'm assuming orange soda.
That's the Orange Julius,
Okay.
which is yes, it's orange soda with where are we? With vanilla syrup and vanilla cream.
So it's gonna go like creamsicle all day.
It's like a creamsicle. It's like the old school Orange Julius you used to have when you were a kid.
And then this guy, that's
the coconut cream. So that's root beer with coconut syrup and then coconut cream.
Wow. You know what? We were gonna, show them off. Maybe grab one of your cool cups. We'll show that logo off. That way I can try each without us sharing straws. I mean, we're getting along great, but I don't think we're there yet. I definitely want to. I stole your cherries, by the way.
No worries.
But I definitely want to try.
I'm gonna put half of this in there.
You don't have to do half because, I mean, depending on which one I like more, I'm just going to steal the whole thing from you. Oh my God.
There we go.
All right. So we'll pop those back on because we already knocked one over earlier, but we saved it. We were good. So, okay. This one is the
Coconut cream.
Wow. Okay. So I've had the Dirty Dr. Pepper with a former guest named Jared Stern, who was a comic in DC. He used to be on DC 101 with Elliot.
Elliot in the morning.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of root beer by itself, I guess, because this is incredible. Like this almost tastes like root beer and cream soda. It's got that sweet thing just does it. That is so good. So right now
I like it.
running, I'm gonna steal it, but I haven't tried this one yet. So this is the orange Julius. Yeah. Did you drink out of this one?
I did.
That's fine. I'm good. I'll drink out of this one. I do like the orange one, but believe it or not, I think I like the root beer coconut one better.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because these will be sipped upon a million times in order to wash down some of this pizza. You brought two. It's only an hour show. I can get down with some pizza, but I can't do it that big and that fast. But I'm dying to see. Look at that, man. I gotta get that on the camera. Look at that. My goodness. And it does. The sun-dried tomatoes, it just smells amazing. So this is have a distinct name?
Yeah, that's one of our specialty pies. That's the Holy Hog.
The Holy Hog.
Yes.
House sausage, bacon, sweet and pickled peppers, onions, and red sauce. So am I seeing sun-dried tomatoes or
They're just
regular tomatoes?
Yep. Those are peppers. Yep.
Yeah,
those
are
sorry.
Peppers.
Yeah, yep.
Sweet and pickled peppers. My mistake.
We use Jersey tomatoes to make our sauce.
Sweet.
So we use the Jersey tomatoes and then Grande cheese, which is a great cheese company out of Wisconsin.
Oh, must try. I'm trying to eye up which one's got, because I'm a fan of the peppers. So I'm going to go for this one right here. I think this has got oh, dude, it is. It's perfectly thin and it's got the crispy bottom. Do you do just regular pizza oven?
We've got a Pizza Master.
Yes.
Which we're very surprised to see, especially going through New York sort of on business, checking out pizza places. We're surprised to see that a lot of the ovens there have turned from, they've switched over to electric, which has traditionally been gas all these years. And And so we went with an electric pizza master, which is great. You can actually see in there and sort of watch the cook.
Yeah.
And it is, I mean, you can dial this thing in. There's no guesswork.
Like
I mean,
conveyor style or whatever.
it cooks evenly, and it's been great.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait. So please subscribe, follow, comment, and share. I won't offer you any of this for it. This is mine. Sorry, but subscribe anyway. I gotta try. And the bottom, and I love the little bit of char.
Yep.
That's on a good pizza. Just the tiniest bit. It's not baked to death on the bottom, but it's got that little bit of that tiny bit of bitter ash is so good. And this were in New York, if this were about 3 times the size,
Right.
maybe what you would get in New York. I mean,
Exactly.
very similar. But of course, I immediately folded it.
Yep.
Immediately. I took my kids to New York a few years back. I wanted them to see New York City because I'm like, New York City is its own character in every movie, TV show, or anything it's ever been in.
Right.
I said, I don't want you to see that it's a real place. I also want you to see it's a lot dirtier than you think.
Right.
It's gotten a lot better since I was younger. But I got them a New York slice, and they were over the moon. They loved it. And I mean, with good reason. It's amazing. This is fantastic, sir.
Great. I'm glad you like it.
I do. So did you do anything before you got into the culinary world?
Yeah. I played guitar in a rock band for
One around here or somewhere else?
out of DC
What is it called?
called Roto Globe.
Okay.
And we still, we actually, a few of us live in Charleston now. So we, strangely enough, it's been about 15 years or 20 years actually since we were out there doing it professionally. We've sort of gotten back together and
Nice.
put a new record out last year. So that's how I got into the culinary world. I was, just looking for something to do when, something that I could make some money at when we weren't touring.
Right,
And being a server or a bartender or working in a kitchen was always, the F&B world was very flexible and easy or not easy, but flexible and wrong choice of words there, but flexible, and I could make some money before heading back out. So and then I sort of learned both those businesses, and that's sort of how Royal came about, is doing all the music that we've done at Royal was just trying to, I guess, create a little bit of a music community downtown.
Absolutely.
In Charleston.
And the music scene here, it's been huge. It's gone back down. It's picking up again, but it ebbs and flows like most places. Usually when the record labels start paying attention, everything booms, and then it calms down. But I was listening to the show that tapes out of the refinery, the local
Ohm Radio.
And I heard some local bands that, holy moly. Now, unfortunately, I went to go try and look them up on Apple Music. They're not on there. So it's like, I got to get out to some shows, because I heard some songs that just blew me away.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't know, because I used to be very plugged into the local scene. I'm going to name a band that you no doubt know. I'm very good friends with Laughing Colors. Okay, so Dave and Will, they're very good friends of mine. We just went to their 30th reunion at Wrecker Theater in Towson. Well, it's called The Wrecker now. And in DC, I guess the guys I would have known in DC and Northern Virginia was Drumfish. I would have known, we knew Fidel, we knew Sev.
Oh, Fidel and Sev. Yeah, I know those guys for sure.
First we say, oh, then we say, yeah. Throw your hands in the air. Yeah, I'm a Fidel.
24/7, 365.
That's right.
Yeah, Roto Globe. We played with Seb at the 930 Club
Nice.
in the year 2000.
Yeah,
and dating ourselves.
And then I was like casual friends with Mitch over for SR71.
SR71, yeah.
Them since they were Honor Among Thieves. Then they were Radio Star for about a half a minute, and then they were SR71 when they got their big record deal.
Yep.
But I used to love being in local music, and that's a lot of what this is I said, do I miss up north? Do I miss the Mid-Atlantic, or do I miss kind of being tight in a scene like that? So down here, I was like, let me bring people in. John, of course, John Stout, Erode the Dream. Bad John.
Yeah, Bad John.
So I've had him on here, and
He's great.
I got to get some more musicians on here, but I definitely want to make sure I start getting into the local bands. Your band's name, this is Rotoglow still?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Yep. And the album, where can I find that at?
That's on. It's everywhere. Streaming.
Excellent.
Spotify, Apple.
And you can find that too. And I'll link it in the Spotify. They say who's like in the episode. I'll link that to it, so you'll be able to find that there.
Cool.
And oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah.
You play in any time, or do you play? You have a beautiful stage. Do you do gigs at Johnny's and everything?
We're just starting to. We're easing into it.
Got you.
Yep.
Large stage.
Large stage, which is kind of ironic because the actually I reference Baltimore a lot with Royal American because our stage is 8 feet by 11, which is very small. But of course, there was a legendary 8 by 10, and which we've all played a million times, and everybody's played there in the years coming up. They've been around since the 80s, but so I always say, ours goes to 11, and also, if you can play at the 8 by 10 club, you certainly can play. We got an extra foot, so
cool.
But we put a lot of heart and soul into that business and the stage and the sound and the way that me being a musician is the way that we try to treat the bands, and it's been a great 15 years, going through so many different stages of who's happening now and who's hitting, and it's great to be able to go to work and still go to sound check and to be able to I do all the booking and all that too, so it's great to keep me, for me just to stay connected.
Right. Do you have our 8 by 10? They filmed the video High for Jimmy's Chicken Shack in there.
Cool.
One of the things, they had tons of feathers flying around that place for the video.
Yeah.
And one of the things is when they changed it to the Funk Box, the 8 by 10 changed its name and they remodeled it.
Yeah.
They found feathers inside of like the walls. Like
Wow.
we were pulling away drywall and there was feathers. Those feathers got into everything.
Amazing.
And
As they do.
that's fun. We get into the second pizza, but
Yeah.
it's a different one, of course.
It's a different one. The Dirty South is underneath there.
I love the name.
Yep.
I didn't know if you wanted one of these. I should have given you some. Sorry about that, friend.
Thanks. Oh, but
But I don't know if it's been sitting a bit. Not that greasy, but I mean, is that by design? Just not a greasy kind of pizza place?
exactly. Go ahead.
Gotcha. I noticed that it wasn't, because I mean, we've had up north pizza where
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if it's been sitting in your fridge for 3 days. It is.
Yeah.
No, they
took that
away. Oh, look at that. Beautiful little jalapenos.
So yeah, so that's pepperoni, jalapenos, and again our house hot honey. Drizzled on this, you get a little bit of the sweet with the heat from the jalapenos, and who doesn't like pepperoni?
I mean, of course. And the pepperoni you're using is the
The little guys.
there's the little guys that cup up. It's kind of like you would chop. It's not
Yeah, and they get a little crispy, a little
Yep.
charred.
not the commercial. Now I do see some good grease, the little grease cups.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of that. I love that. But I want
Some of that might
bigger
be honey
cups.
too, though.
Oh, inside of it.
Yeah, in the cups. Yeah.
Look away. I'm gonna. It is. It's the hot honey. Oh my goodness. I can't wait for you to try this one, except I might not let you. Oh, that is fantastic. How do you like that?
It's amazing.
So Bridget and Carrie are having themselves some pizza behind the scenes, and I mean, the consensus among the Kennedys is it's amazing.
The Kenney likes it too.
We are so close in name. Basically, if we would have been in school, we'd have been sat next to each other in homeroom.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm one letter away from you.
That's right. I get Kennedy all the time because my first name's John Kennedy. I also had a brother, Robert Kennedy, and my middle name's Robert. So people see my name and that's a pretty regal name, and I go, well, it's actually there's no D, so it's just John Kenney.
That's fun. So so if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? When have you been sat next to each other in high school?
51.
Okay, so not you're her age, so you would have been you would have been leaving as I entered. My wife is 51 as well. So
Okay.
I definitely dig. She's friends with Jump Little Children. Oh yeah, different things like that. So I definitely dig the older people in the scene. I think you all are just incredibly talented and of a time where music was just incredible. I mean, really. I mean, well, Hootie was the freaking soundtrack to my senior year of high school. I couldn't escape Cracked Rear View. I mean, basically, junior and senior year. Huh? Neither could you guys.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could escape that one. That was so huge.
Yeah, it was very huge. And Mark came over to me, Mark Bryant. He just comes over to me at the event. I'm wearing a Maryland crab shirt. And he goes, "Hey, you from Maryland?" I said, "Born and raised." He goes, "I grew up in Silver Spring." And I said, "Right on, man."
I know that.
I said, "I didn't know that." And he goes like this. He goes, "Pleasure to meet you. I'm Mark." I said, "I know who you are." I'm like, "Come on, dude." But it was very nice of him to introduce himself like that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like cocky, like, I don't know, you know.
Right.
Just start talking like I knew who he was. He was very, very generous and very nice.
Heck yeah.
But and we see him every time we go see Cowboy Mouth when they come through the Windjammer. He always up there jamming.
Oh,
with
yeah.
them.
That's awesome.
You fans of Cowboy Mouth?
I have met those guys. Yeah. Yeah.
They're so cool.
Great
And
band.
it's a great show. I get way too drunk, so I don't always remember their shows.
That's a great venue too. Hear that, but
You guys ever get over there?
Rotigal? Yeah, Rotigal played there. We played there last year with Everclear. And we played there with Cracker last year.
Oh, that's so cool. I've seen both of them.
So yeah, we get a little we used to do some shows with Everclear back in the day. So it was kind of nice to reunite and
The first time I saw Everclear, terrible. The second time I saw them, amazing. And I don't know what changed. Well, they were a 3-piece when I first saw them, and it wasn't great. And then they were a 4-piece when I saw them again. It was after Everything to Everyone. And I mean, I don't know what they did differently, but that was an amazing sobriety.
yeah.
That was an amazing show.
Yep.
And then to speak to Cracker, the last time I had seen Cracker was the Circle Cup, which is now like Capital One. And it was the last day, or not the last days of summer. It was whatever that tour was with Bare Naked Ladies, Blues Traveler, Cracker, and Big Head Todd and the Monsters. That was fantastic. I mean,
you might have been at this show. It was 2003, Fells Point, 5,000 people outside.
Mhm.
We used to do these big shows right outside there, and it was Rotigo and Everclear.
Probably was there.
It was in and that was
you guys. It was like the step, or it was like was it the step up either behind you or something? I seem to remember because like the amps got set up. Was there a thing behind you? No, not there.
There was a big balloon that went up.
That's right.
It was a big balloon that had up there.
I may have seen you. I may have seen another one there.
Okay.
Another band I'm very good friends with was Once Hush.
Okay.
And Greg Reardon and I are very good friends. So that could have been where I was. But man, you are making me like itch for the local music scene. I'm fiending right now. I love local music. I love those songs that can mean everything in the world to you that nobody knows yet. It's a good feeling. Like you're like, man,
Absolutely.
that's like the soundtrack to your life and nobody knows. So it's like when your memories play, it's not clouded up by anything. Like it's just pure and just amazing. So your style of music, same all rock.
Yeah, just loud rock and roll, loud guitar driven rock and roll is sort of what we did. But I like everything. I really do.
Everybody says everything but country. I did country.
I don't mind country
I
either.
don't mind it at all.
Yeah. I mean, country and punk can be very similar. I mean, there's a lot of, just some of these I prefer old country, but I'm a sucker for a hook. I mean, some of these songs that are, they're coming out with some of the new artists are just, they're just fantastic songs. They're bangers, you can't really.
I think
really
I'm a big fan of Chris Stapleton for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
He harkens back to that old, he's got that old bar room kind of sound, and I love it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that.
Yeah. He's great.
So let's see. So we're talking about romantic. We're talking about the third place you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other rest?
The other place is called the Bounty Bar and Grill.
Okay.
And that's in Folly Beach.
Okay.
It's on Center Street in Folly Beach. We've been around 4 years.
Okay.
And it's we call it Royal American's little sister. Kind of, it's got kind of the same vibe, just kind of a dive bar chic type place where it's a sort of divier place, neighborhood place, but great food. We really emphasize the food, great food, and it's right there on the beach. So we do lots of music out there too.
So what's that like being a restaurateur? Almost like, I mean, with different names, but you're almost like a franchise. Like it's wild to have different places in different areas. I mean, what's that like for you? Like,
it's actually been a pretty cool journey. It's interesting. It's 3 completely different parts of town. Downtown Charleston, Folly Beach is a whole different dynamic, and then Hanahan also. And we love each of them, I would say, equally. I mean, it's been really cool my favorite part is just getting into a community and getting to know everybody.
Yep.
And meeting the locals and people that live in your neighborhood is a huge thing. And and getting musicians from the neighborhood to play and hiring folks from the neighborhood to work there. It's just, it's really, really, it's great. And you just learn more about your neighbors and more about Charleston, honestly.
Hire a local to work there, and then when they have a day off, let's go to the Johnny's up the street.
Right.
You know, it's like, come on,
Right.
guys, that's crazy. But so getting into the community and everything. So you think that's what's been a measure of your success? Like I say, with all the restaurants that are flipping, I mean, ideally you want regulars.
Yeah.
Regulars guarantee pay the rent, and then you can play around and try and get everybody with your newest this and newest that. But having regulars, you know, just meet your base level necessity
Right.
to make sure these places run. You pay the payroll and all that stuff. So are the other restaurants just not finding that? Because they, like I said, they come and they go so fast in the Charleston area. And for you, I mean, Royal American, that number is just astounding. And then Johnny's is
6 months.
6 months. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was packed. I mean, like I said, I had to record like in corners, you know, but it had, it was Friday.
Yeah.
Friday about 1:30, packed place, man. It was wonderful. And then your other one being 3 years down on Follow, you said?
4, yeah.
4 years. So you're doing something there, you know, I mean.
And a lot of it is honestly just, it's about the people. And, I'm a firm believer that, you can teach a Chihuahua to make a rum and Coke, right? You don't have to be an amazing bartender,
Right.
to get a job with us. You don't have to be an amazing server. You just have to be a good person, a good human, you know? And if you can have a nice conversation with somebody and genuinely care how their day was, and you know, and listen, and that's a lot of it. That's a lot of hospitality is really making that connection, but effortlessly, not trying to fake it. It's the same way we approach our drinks and the same way we approach our food. It's authentic and it's real, and most people like it. You know, if people don't like it, that's okay too. You know, but that's sort of our, and I think also, you know, neighborhood bars with great food. Neighborhood bars don't go out of style. It's not like the next fatty thing. I mean, in a good economy, everybody goes out to celebrate, and they want to talk to their neighbors, and they want to, you know, have a couple beers. And when we're, you know, having some problems like we are now, you know, we're at war, and we, you know, and the gas prices are up. People want to commiserate, and what do?
They gather in an old gas station.
And
So remember, when prices were fair and people were decent.
Yeah, 100% they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, you know, that really is, I think it's not even really I say it's a formula, but it's not even really a formula. It's just to me, it's just common sense. You just have a nice, and in the way that we decorate our places, I just want it to feel comfortable. I want people to feel like they're at home, and they're you know.
So what is the style for a Royal American? Like, what would you say?
I call it dive bar chic.
Okay.
It's just, I don't know, it's just a worn, it feels worn in.
Gotcha.
I feel like it's been there for a long time. It feels comfortable. It feels easy. We don't really, you can bring your dog, you can bring your
That's always
children, you can, there's not a server that's going to try to turn the table and get you out of there in 45 minutes. I mean,
right.
You can order a beer or lunch at the bar, or sit out back, and you can open up your computer, do work meetings, be there for hours, and no one's going to.
That's so
You know,
cool. And then
just comfy.
Then the other one has the beach vibe.
And the other one has the beach vibe, but also, you know, lots of music, and you know, it's a little darker there, and it's, you know, it's got a nice vibe.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Dig it. I can't wait to check out your other two spots. I remember, I think Royal American used to be a it's like a furniture or appliance or
Forge. Metal forge.
Metal forge.
That's right. It was called OLE, Old Charleston Forge.
Old Charleston Forge.
Charleston Forge. Yep.
Gotcha. And did you keep anything from there like you did with Johnny's?
I mean, it's the front porch is virtually unchanged.
Right. I mean, except you've latticed it in, or you've made it a sitting
area. That was their loading dock, and
right.
I mean, the walls are original. I mean, we just kind of, it had such a cool industrial character. We didn't want to just drywall it all in and, you know, screw it up. So
that's the same for Johnny's, the industrial. I mean, the raft. Racers.
Yeah, Johnny's. There's still they had the racks up there where they'd hang the belts.
Yep.
You know, and they still, all the tickets were still there, so we still have the tickets all hanging in there. And we had one of the old timer that used to work there. He worked there for 40 years. Lives across the street. And he came in when we opened. He goes, I left all your tags up there. He goes, well, shit, you sure did. There they are. You know, they're all sitting up there. You know, so cool. But yeah, he pretty funny. But that's, that just kind of ties it together. Like we named the lounge after the old Shop Dog. I mean, the BP was there for the same owners for 30 years, and we're proud to have that spot.
Have you been to Wits End?
I haven't, but I've heard such great things. So we got to get there.
One of the things is murals, of course. There was a mural that existed there that was kind of for the community. It featured African-American women as superheroes and all this stuff. And they knew they wanted to do a new mural for it. So they wound up doing Richard Pryor, So it's kind of like you say, like paying respect to also what the community remembers or what the community looks over at the side of the road for. So these people who came into this gas station, these people who came into this, old Ford, you drove past it, you still like, hey, it's still what you remember. It's just new. It's just something different.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. Instead of remodeling the whole place,
right,
changing it.
We were told by the community that people would hang out at the gas station too. I mean, it was a really comfortable place just to come and just just shoot shit, with the people that work there and then other your neighbors, and they had a little I sold some sodas and candy bars and stuff like that. Well, a lady came in and said, I used to come here every day after school, and they let me run a tab. And my dad would come and pay the tab, once a week or once a month or something. So she'd come and get a drink after school every day. It was like I was on my walk home every day. And so it's really nice that it was such a family owned place, and kind of the heart of Hanahan there, right in the center. And
which is building up. It's changing. It looks. I remember. I mean, gosh, 15 years ago, taking the ambulance over that way, it was kind of like a no man's land. I mean, even the Checkers was on its one closing.
Yep.
All the Checkers in the area closed and then reopened and then closed again. So I remember just being kind of, the shopping center was a little run down. It was just a weird place. And then I went there yesterday. It was like, beautiful.
You got Cuban, who's just crushing it. That's amazing Mexican. And then Mark Bochez at Carepazzo, which is everybody's just loving. He's such an amazing chef. I mean, they're crushing. He lives in the neighborhood with his family, and it's really come around.
And I've spoken about this to other guests, I'm sure. Realizing that competition only really exists in your head, because if you're doing something and you're doing your thing and it's different from other people's things, there's enough to go around.
Yeah, we don't. I don't even think about it. I don't think about it when I book the bands. I don't think about it when we do new menu items. I don't think about it when we have a new. It doesn't cross my mind. We just do what we do, and that's it.
And I love it. Yeah, I love it. So I'm happy to hear about Johnny's it's new. So you'll be coming up on the year anniversary.
Year in October.
October of this year.
October this year will be a year at Johnny's. Yep.
So I take these a month in advance, so it'll be around November-ish, but you got to come here in October. You and Ben together.
Great.
I'll have you both on here, and we'll just go nuts.
That'll be great. Great.
We'll bring, we can drink beer on this. I've done this on here, so we can really have fun.
Yeah, maybe a good time.
I just want to go ahead and talk about all of it, Johnny's and the year and where it's at for you, because we always have these dreams. We always have these ideas of where we're going. So I want to find out, how it turned out for you. And I mean, I can only imagine from seeing the turnout yesterday, I can only imagine it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger.
We're pumped. Yeah.
So if is 3 enough? Would you open a 4th place?
That's a question really for my wife, I think.
If she wants to, she wants to give you up for another week.
Another one, and we have a 4-month-old baby girl.
Congratulations!
Thank you, which is our first one. So, so we've got a lot. It's been a pretty wild year. So I don't know if we have another one in the works. I mean, Johnny's was completely by accident. A regular at Royal was developing that
oh wow
that mall there, and he asked us if we wanted to move in. So that was just kind of came out of nowhere, but. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's definitely the door is definitely open on that. There's it's possible.
I mean, Ben, he's
unstoppable. He's like
unstoppable.
He's like the Energizer Bunny. He's got so much his finger in so many things. He's great. I mean, it shows what 9 years of sobriety can do too. And he has a crushing life. He's on the Appalachian Trail hiking. He's hiking. He's going to do it in 2 or 3 different segments. He's not going to do the whole thing at once, but he's gone for like 2 weeks hiking. I don't know how many. It's insane how many miles you do a day. 20 miles a day or something. Something insane. There now I'm just getting up and following him on his little. He's got a little laptop
Substack.
Yeah.
I linked up to his Substack. The funny thing about him was, as soon as we go and we're done, he goes, so how much you making doing this? And I said, right now it's a labor of love paid for with a bunch of overtime. He's like, no, man, what you got to do is, he immediately started trying to help me and monetize this. And he's like, you know what? Come up with ideas, pitch it to me. He's like, I got money. He's like, I got places to advertise. So I got things to advertise. He said, pitch it to me. So I've been shooting him emails. He's shooting them back to me. And it's like, I mean, not just a guy who keeps going, but he seems like a guy who's very interested.
He is.
In everybody being successful, everybody being their best, or seeing their dreams realized. He seems to be a booster, which is really awesome.
He's everybody's biggest cheerleader.
Yep.
He's a great guy. Yeah. And he's genuine. It's genuine.
Which is a perfect fit for a place like you. I mean, your restaurants, you want people to be genuine. I mean, that's a perfect fit to bring somebody in who is. And your other partner, her name escapes me.
Carolee Fowler.
Very genuine person, I assume, as well.
Amazing. She's amazing. She actually gave me my start in Charleston.
Really?
She's responsible for it all. She, I'd moved here from New York and I worked for her there used to be a place on King Street called Revolve.
Okay.
It was a Spanish wine bar, but kind of turned into it was kind of, it was the spot to be, and
yeah,
it was this is 2000. I think they were open from 2004 to 2008.
That's when I moved here.
2009.
Yeah, after when I moved here.
Yeah, I moved here in 08, and she hired me as her manager of Revolve, and then she and her business partner closed Revolve at the height of its popularity. She owns the Taco Boys and Park and Grove, and they, this turned, Revolve was just a wild place. And I remember her saying Revolve is closed for business. And when it closed, it became a beer bar called Closed for Business, which was around for another, handful of years. And I was actually thinking about leaving Charleston and moving back to New York. And she said, well, I found this little place up on Morrison Drive. It's an old forge. It's got this really cool character, and maybe you want to open a little bar there and do your music. And I said, well, we're going to be partners. She said, yeah. I said, wow. Okay. I'd love to do that. And I was 35 or something at the time, and 36. And, that was my big break. And that's just meeting her. And cool. She had faith that we'd do something cool, and off we went.
Just recognize somebody who understood, quality. I mean, you simply want the quality in what you're doing. I mean, that's what I'm picking up is everything you say. You're just like, your quality has to be there. Personality has to be there. It's so neat. It's so neat. And it's akin to what you try and do as a podcaster. It's akin to what you try and do as a show host. Or you want to be genuine. Yeah. You like as an entertainer,
believe in it and love it. And it may not be for everybody. You got to accept that. But if you love it and it's for you and it makes you happy and your soul happy, you can hold your head up high. Even if it doesn't work, you can hold your head up high. Right. If Johnny's doesn't work, or if the Royal American doesn't work tomorrow, I still believe in it, and right. I'm good with it. So I'm good with it, and I'm proud of it. So that's really, for me, that's all that matters. I can hold my head high knowing that I put my all into it, and I really honestly believe in it, and hopefully that that translates a little bit.
Congrats on the baby girl. Girl dad. Oh my God.
Girl dad.
I got we have a firstborn is 20.
Yeah. Okay.
And she's 10.
Okay.
And I was ready to just be a boy dad. I was like, hey man, we're rolling. We're three musketeers.
Yeah.
And along came this surprise. And it's so funny because then it was like almost immediately I was like, oh my God, what would we have done without her? She changed everything. I mean, she really changed everything. A girl will change everything. They are so inherently fearless. I mean, you're going to see they're so inherently, it's wild. And when they seem like they're not doing hot, just take your eye off them for a second and they're just boom, they're head first. Boys you think are the fearless ones, maybe when they jump off a roof or something, but in most of life they kind of just like,
boys are dumb too.
Yeah, they kind of just
the girls know what's up,
don't know what they're doing. And I mean they do. They do. So I'm very happy for you. An older dad, I thought that was gonna be a problem for me. She was born, I was almost 40, and it hasn't been bad at all, man.
That's great to hear. And I have a sister who's 10 years younger as well.
Oh, nice.
So that's that we've always had a great relationship, being 10 years apart.
Right.
Not close enough for sibling rivalry, but it's been great.
And then it's at a certain point. Now, is she older or younger?
She's younger.
Okay. Yeah. So at a certain point, I'm thinking that there's going to be helping out with the alcohol situation at 18. I think there's going to be the little things. Don't you turn your face away. Yeah, I imagine at some point you become their friend because it's like, parents suck. I'm coming over to your place. It's
yes.
It's just
Oh yeah,
about that.
it was pretty cool for having a sister 10 years. And when when the band was hitting and all that kind of stuff, and and she's in high school. She would come to clubs and see us play with her friends and all that, and we'd take her backstage, and it was. I think it was pretty cool.
How much is Dawn older than you? Her oldest sister is
She's 12 years.
12 years older. I have a nephew by marriage who's a month older than me.
Oh, neat! Wow, that's a good thing.
Dawn is just about my mom's age.
Wow,
and it's pretty wild, man.
Wow.
But that space out. I mean, her family, then us. They're never going to be matched up.
Yeah.
I think it's always going to be staggered for the rest of time. It's staggered with them and it's staggered with us. And I just don't think we're ever gonna, it's just always going to be, apart, unless, and no, I'm not going to say it. They ain't going to even reach any, moments or reach any landmarks, milestones together at the same time.
Right.
They will not be parents at the same time. They will not get married.
No, they won't. No.
Yeah. You have to, I'll put somebody in a broom closet. I'll lock a door. But yeah, we man, this has been fun. I don't even know how long we've been talking for, but it doesn't matter because it has been. Oh yeah, we're good. Still got 15 minutes. I edited that part out. Cool. But yeah, so thank your wife for allowing me to take you away from her, because obviously when I said starting another business, you were like, have to ask the wife. So obviously 4-month-old, you say. Yeah, your time is very spoken for in all directions, apparently.
It is, yeah.
But she lets you do this, which is really awesome, man. And I mean, gosh, I can't even figure out. We have so much, not like in common, but we're in the same worlds, like the local bands and this, that, and the other thing. And I just love it. I do the comedian stuff.
Heck yeah.
And it's the same thing. Be true to yourself. Stop trying to be like anybody else. Just be yourself. You're not going to be anybody's cup of tea. Comedy and music and all is subjective. You're not that person's favorite tonight, but three of their friends loved you.
Right.
So it's just play to the people that love your music. You ever get a chance to open for anybody like recently, like of note, like you said Cowboy Mouth, you come through, and then Everclear, but do you ever get a chance to hook up with somebody like who I would lose my mind over?
Years ago, yeah. Outcast.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
But not a festival date when there's like 100 bands. This was like our management company also managed Outcast.
No way.
And they managed it was like they did that Salt and Pepper, and they did the first Public Enemy tours, and in the 80s, taking them through Texas. It says, wow, these guys are amazing. We were like their rock and roll project. It's like they want to get into rock and roll business. They signed us, but we got thrown on some of these dates that were amazing. We played at the University of Buffalo basketball arena. It was Outkast and Maya, who was a great out of the DC.
Maya, remember her? Ghetto Superstars.
Yep.
And she'll be most famous for.
Yeah, she's so tiny. She's not 5 feet tall. But yeah, it was us and Maya and Outkast. That's why. And we just thought we were coming off. We had done some dates on the Warped Tour leading up to that, and we drove all the way to Buffalo overnight, and there we are sitting there, and you walk on. There's Andre 3000. We're losing our minds, of course, because we're like super fans ourselves. This is Stankonia when they broke with like Sorry Miss Jackson and the whole deal, and it was so wild, going into the different dressing rooms, you go down like in Big Boys, it was just like weed smoke everywhere, and like dogs, and these dudes in like camo with, we're just like, oh, and then you go on the other side where Andre was, and it was like everything like white, curtains and like yoga, and like everything smelled really good. It was just like a whole, but then they get on stage and it's just this magic,
Stankonia would have been roughly when he was still married to Erykah Badu, or they were about on their way out, I think.
Yeah, and I think that song, Sorry Miss Jackson, don't quote me, but I think her name's Erykah Jackson.
Oh yeah,
it was Sorry Miss Jackson. I think was about
baby mama drama,
right? Was saying sorry to her mom.
Yeah,
never meant to make your daughter cry. But, I think that song.
Who said Public Enemy? Yeah, ever get to bring you on? Never met to bring the noise.
No, but geez, I worry about Chuck D and those. What a monster group.
Oh yeah,
just growing up on growing up on all that stuff. But
That is so
but it
cool.
was cool. That was a great time. It was really fun to be part of the the music scene, especially the DC music scene in the early 2000s. It's really fun.
So I definitely will check you out. Do you got any gigs up and coming?
Nothing on the books right now. We sort of took the winter off with the baby
Yeah.
coming and Johnny's opening and everything, but we usually make our way out to the Windjammer, that beach stage, once or twice a year.
Neutral.
Neutral beach
Neutral
stage,
beach
yeah.
stage.
And we usually with somebody who's coming through that needs support.
Well, I
Need
promise
support,
you,
yeah.
I will be there the next time. I will scout it out. I will stalk the pages. I will stalk you guys. And it's set. Well, and you also followed me on Instagram. I saw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've been following me, and I followed you back. So as soon as you post,
Rotor will
something-
follow you today. Don't worry.
okay, I will be there. I will be there, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see you guys. And it's funny because what's going to happen is you're probably going to get like 3 songs deep, and I'm like, I have seen these guys. That's what's going to happen. I know it.
That's cool.
It's just you get scent and song and all that stuff. It just triggers your memory, and it'll just be like, man.
we
this is
played
awesome.
in Baltimore enough times. We were always there. So
I mean, I would have had to have seen you. I'm certain I did.
oh yeah.
Because like I said, as I'm mentioning bands, I'm mentioning Fidel and Sev. I mean,
Jerome from Fidel,
yeah,
the drummer was a good friend of ours
Nice.
in Rodeo. So
yeah, Paper Moon.
Mm.
That was the song Paper Moon, and then we had Paper Moon Diner. And
Okay.
I miss the 24-hour spots. Nothing's 24 hours anymore. The up the street from you, the Harris Teeter, is that still 24 hours? Because I used to leave Club Light. I was a bouncer at Club Light above Brick.
Okay.
Before it burned down 2000 East Bay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was there. I'm not responsible. I left years before. Not me.
My buddy JoJo worked right around there.
Yeah,
Right,
but
remember
I
doing
was I was there while I was like kind of in EMT school.
Yep.
And when we would leave, man, it was so convenient to just hit the East Bay and grab something on the way home or get something that we needed. And all.
It may be 24 hours still. I don't see why it wouldn't be. Yeah.
Yeah, because I missed that. I mean, Walmarts aren't 24 hours anymore. Just everything kind of left that world. No 24-hour stuff. So, yeah. So I was like, because man, you have to hang out at Royal American, shut it down, go ahead and get yourself some stuff for the morning.
Yeah. 100%.
What is your hangover cure? Being from Maryland, I'll tell you what mine is.
What's yours?
Can you guess? It's a food, and it's very PA Maryland.
Crabs.
Close. Scrapple.
Scrapple. Ah, yeah.
Scrapple will cure a hangover, and you don't want to know what's in it. You just roll with it.
Yeah. I think mine's probably just a big old greasy breakfast.
That's
you
what.
know?
Yep. And that's the same thing.
Bacon and eggs and toast and grits and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Used to do Hardee's. Used to do a Hardee's breakfast with a Sprite, and boom, right as rain.
Mm-hmm.
I think. What is it about the grease? What is it? Well, maybe it makes your metabolism work overtime to digest it, and then that just metabolizes the alcohol quicker.
Yeah. Bloody Mary works well too, though.
I just got Bloody Mary mix.
Yeah. That'll get you going.
Shrimp City Report. They give me Bloody Mary mix and grits. So I've never had a Bloody Mary, so now I got to try it because I've got the mix at the house.
Yeah.
That'll cure. Serve them at any of your places?
All of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, sir, we will be drinking together soon enough. I mean, if you drink, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we'll be drinking together soon enough. If not here for the 1 year. Oh, crap. Yeah, maybe we don't want to do that in front of Ben. I'm not sure.
He's cool with it.
He's cool with it?
Yeah. He's cool.
All right, so we'll do that. He did say he went to Ireland and tried the Guinness 0.0. We were like, what's the point?
Yeah.
And I saw Heineken has a 0.0.
They do.
Because remember, non-alcoholic beer actually still had alcohol in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now they're like, we really truly need to make a non-alcoholic
Yes.
beer. So that's what everybody's on right now. And they make sure they say 0.0.
100%.
Because these alcoholics are like, yeah, I had a O'Doul's. And it's like, yeah, there's still
something in there.
Still something in there, dude. So, yeah, we'll have drinks. I'm gonna bring the family by to see Johnny's. And yeah, we haven't been down to Folly in a while. I got to check out the other place too.
Heck yeah.
One more time. That name keeps escaping me.
The Bounty Bar and Grill.
Bounty Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
Bounty Bar and Grill. And I'll have links to everything in our social media. I'll have links to everything on the descriptions on all the links to your stuff. And I can't wait to see you guys grow and keep growing. And so awesome because between that and Taco Boy and everything else, you guys will pretty much have the whole entire restaurant scene here soon. Just keep growing,
Just doing what we're doing, one foot in front of the other.
We'll bring on another partner who owns 3 other places. Just keep just keep growing, and it's so good, man. But thank you so much for hanging with me, John.
Of course,
John,
you got it.
Kenney. And yeah, is there social media handles is at
The Royal American,
the Royal American,
the Bounty Bar,
the Bounty Bar,
and Johnny's Garage.
CHS. Yeah.
Yeah.
You missed the opportunity. The
Yeah.
Johnny. You said the. You had the.
No, that was actually a consideration. I'm big into the too. You know, I get all over the bands when they put a flyer up. It just says Royal American. I'm like, well, where's the? You know, you go, it's like the Beatles, the Strokes, the Killers. You know, without a you don't just go, I'm going to see Killers tonight. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's the Killers,
The
the Royal American. So we got to make sure that does. And we like our the.
That's right.
And then so Johnny's didn't have a Care Lee. My partner said, so you gonna be okay naming this Johnny's Garage? And we got the Johnny's Garage, obviously John, but we thought it just sounded like an old Northeast pizza joint, like Ranky's or Sam's or, I mean, there's tons of, Luigi's or Johnny's. Just sounds like a place you'd hang out or go for happy hour or grab a pizza to go. So, but she said, are you gonna be okay without the? I said, I'm gonna work on it.
I think you could have done it for the social media at least.
Yeah, I could have. Yeah,
No, I was just teasing you. So please follow him in all those. We'll go to the middle camera. Please follow him on all of those. They're on the screen right now, flying by all 3 of those social media handles, and you'll find everything that we talked about today and more. RotoGlow, that's on the screen now too, and everything. So this is John Kenney. Thank you for stopping by and snacking and yakking with me. I'll see you guys next week, and visit all the spots. Take a tour. Do a RotoGlow through all the spots.
That's right.
That's it. All the touring.
Don't forget to subscribe, comment, follow, and share. And we'll see you back here next week for some more Snackin Yakkin.